The Kybalion is often regarded as a book of surface-level principles for understanding the universe, but its true power lies in the hidden messages and secret teachings that go beyond the obvious. When carefully examined, the Kybalion reveals a deeper layer of esoteric knowledge, intended only for those who can perceive beyond the literal words. Let's explore some of the hidden messages and the potential for deeper understanding. The principle of mentalism, which states the all is mind, the universe is mental, is often interpreted as a metaphysical truth about the nature of reality. However, the secret message here is far more profound. The principle doesn't just tell us that the universe is mental, but that we are creators within that mental universe. It implies that our minds have the same creative power as the mind of the all, albeit on a smaller scale. The key to understanding this is the Hermetic idea of correspondence between the microcosm, the individual mind, and the macrocosm, the universal mind. This correspondence is not simply about mirroring, but about participation in creation. The universe is mental, and we, as mental beings, have the ability to reshape our reality through our thoughts, perceptions, and intentions. This is one of the secrets hinted at by the Kybalion but never explicitly stated. The book subtly invites us to awaken to our own potential to shape and control our circumstances, using the power of directed thought and focused intention. Closely related is the principle of correspondence, which states, as above, so below, as below, so above. While this seems like a simple statement of symmetry between higher and lower planes, it actually carries a profound mystical secret. The principle is not just about observation, it is a key to mastery. The Hermetic student is encouraged to understand that the laws of the higher realms can be directly applied to the lower realms. This means that spiritual laws govern physical reality, and by mastering these higher laws, one can manipulate physical conditions and transcend the limits of the material world. The hidden teaching here is that knowledge of higher realities empowers action in the material world. The Kybalion offers a subtle message. The real Hermetic practice involves aligning oneself with the higher laws and using them to shape reality at will. This is part of the mental alchemy mentioned later in the book, the ability to transmute thoughts, emotions, and circumstances by applying the higher principles. This brings us to the principle of vibration, which states, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. On the surface, this may seem like a straightforward statement about motion and energy, but the hidden message here is more mystical. Vibration is not just about energy, it is about frequency. Every thought, every emotion, every state of consciousness has its own vibrational frequency. This is a well-guarded secret in many esoteric traditions. By altering your vibration, you can alter your state of being. In deeper Hermetic practice, it is understood that mastery over vibration allows one to transcend limitations of matter and mind. This is not just about manipulating physical vibrations but about controlling the vibrations of thought and emotion. The principle suggests that everything we experience, joy, sorrow, fear, love, is simply a matter of vibrational frequency. The key to freedom, then, is learning how to raise or lower one's vibrations at will, thus changing one's emotional or mental state instantly. This understanding is at the heart of personal transformation in Hermeticism, but the Kybalion leaves this to be discovered by those who are ready to see it. The principle of polarity carries another secret. The principle states, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. It teaches us that opposites are not truly distinct, but rather different degrees of the same thing. Heat and cold, love and hate, light and darkness are all just varying degrees of the same essence. The hidden message of polarity is the power of transmutation. The Hermetic adept understands that, since opposites are essentially the same, they can be transmuted from one state to another. This is the foundation of mental alchemy. By understanding that anger and peace are not distinct forces, but merely different degrees of the same emotional scale, the adept can transform anger into peace, hate into love, fear into courage, simply by shifting their polarity. This secret has been obscured in most modern interpretations of the text but is one of the most powerful tools for inner mastery. The true Hermetic master learns how to consciously choose which end of the polarity to express in their life and, through this process, gains power over their mental and emotional states. The principle of rhythm, stating everything flows, out and in, everything has its tides, also hides a crucial message about the cyclical nature of existence. While it may appear to describe a law of inevitability, the real secret is that rhythm can be overcome. The average person is at the mercy of life's pendulum swings, going from high to low, joy to sorrow, success to failure. But the Kybalion quietly reveals that the adept, through neutralization, can escape the extremes of rhythm and find a state of equilibrium. Neutralization is a subtle art. It involves removing oneself from the emotional and mental extremes that rhythm creates, and observing life from a higher perspective. By not identifying with the highs or lows, the adept can maintain a stable state of consciousness, unaffected by the ebb and flow of external conditions. This is a powerful secret of mental balance, yet the Kybalion only hints at it, leaving it for the student to realize through practice and contemplation. Finally, the principle of cause and effect offers perhaps the most profound secret of all. The principle states, every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. At first glance, this might seem like a simple law of karma or causality. But the true message is much deeper. The adept is not merely subject to the law of cause and effect, they can rise above it. The Kybalion suggests that by understanding higher planes of causality, the adept can become a causer rather than an effect. This is the essence of free will in Hermetic philosophy. Most people are tossed about by the effects of prior causes, whether those causes are physical, emotional, or spiritual. However, the Hermetic master understands that by rising to a higher plane, they can create causes that shape their reality. This is the ultimate act of self-mastery, the ability to consciously generate the causes that will lead to the desired effects in life. This principle also points to the fact that there are multiple planes of causality. While most people are trapped in the physical plane, subject to material causes and effects, the Hermetic adept can operate from the mental or even spiritual plane, where causality works in more subtle and powerful ways. This is one of the greatest secrets in the Kybalion, the ability to operate beyond the ordinary limitations of cause and effect, and to become a conscious creator of one's destiny. The principle of gender, the final principle, carries a secret about the creative forces within the universe. It states that gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. But this is not merely about biological sex. It is about the creative duality that exists in all things. The masculine and feminine forces are present in the mind, spirit, and even in the cosmos itself. The hidden message here is that true creation on any level, whether physical, mental, or spiritual, requires the union of these two principles. The masculine represents force, initiative, and action, while the feminine represents receptivity, nurturing, and the formation of ideas into reality. For an adept to fully manifest their desires or achieve higher states of consciousness, they must learn to balance and harmonize these two forces within themselves. This is the key to true creation, and it is a secret hidden in plain sight within the Kybalion. Continuing the exploration of the hidden messages within the Kybalion, we delve even deeper into the esoteric meanings of the Hermetic principles and the subtle, unstated wisdom that can only be discovered by those who seek a more profound understanding. In the previous sections we discussed the first 6 principles, but there are more hidden layers to uncover, especially regarding the principle of gender and some additional insights into the secrets of inner transformation. The secret of the principle of gender. The principle of gender is one of the most enigmatic and challenging to fully grasp. On the surface, it appears to simply state that masculine and feminine energies exist throughout the universe. However, the true depth of this principle lies in its application not only in physical reality but also in the subtler realms of the mental and spiritual. Most people associate gender with biological sex, but in the Hermetic context, this is only a limited aspect of the concept. Gender represents the primary creative forces of the universe, and the hidden understanding is that no act of creation can occur without the union of these two principles. The masculine, representing active, initiatory, and directive energy, and the feminine, embodying reception, formation, and nurturing, must come together to generate anything, whether it be physical, mental, or spiritual. This principle is present in all forms of existence, from the realm of ideas and emotions to the concrete manifestation in the material world. One of the deepest secrets of the Kybalion is that the creative power of every individual depends on their ability to balance and harmonize these two forces within themselves. Every human possesses both masculine and feminine principles, regardless of their physical gender. On the mental plane, the masculine is active thought and will, while the feminine is intuition, imagination, and the ability to give form to ideas. Mental creation only occurs when these two aspects work together. The masculine will project an idea, while the feminine principle receives and nurtures it into reality. One of the hidden teachings of the principle of gender is that the failure of many people to manifest their desires stems from an imbalance between these two energies. If a person is too masculine in their mental approach, always initiating, always forceful, but without allowing space for receptivity or patience, they will find themselves constantly struggling against obstacles, with their desires never fully materializing. Conversely, a person who is too dominated by the feminine principle, always receptive but never taking initiative, might dream and imagine, but never move those dreams into reality. The secret key, therefore, is balance between these forces. This is the true art of mental creation, the masculine and feminine working together within the mind, just as they do in nature to bring forth every form of existence. The secret is not explicitly stated, but those who can grasp this dynamic on an inner level can begin to exercise extraordinary creative power. This is one of the most powerful and hidden messages of the Kybalion, the ability to create one's own reality through the conscious union of these energies. Mental transmutation, another layer of secrecy. The principle of mentalism and the principle of polarity introduce us to one of the key concepts of the Kybalion, mental transmutation. This concept, while appearing straightforward on the surface, contains deeper secrets that go beyond mere intellectual understanding. Mental transmutation is not just the process of changing negative thoughts into positive ones or shifting the mind from a state of anger to one of calm. These are only the initial steps, but they do not represent the full potential of transmutation. The hidden message is that true mental transmutation involves a complete transformation of consciousness. This is the ultimate goal of the Hermetic teachings, and one of the secrets of the Kybalion is that few are ready for this kind of transformation. The concept of mental alchemy goes beyond simple emotional or psychological changes. Mental alchemy is the process by which an individual transmutes the lead of ordinary consciousness, based on material desires and egoic limitations, into the gold of higher consciousness, which reflects divine reality. This is the true alchemical work, and most people are unaware that the Kybalion is referring to a spiritual process of awakening and enlightenment, hidden behind what seem to be references to psychological or emotional shifts. True mental transmutation involves the deep understanding that all states of existence are ultimately mental. This doesn't merely mean that thoughts influence reality, but that all of reality is mentally constructed. The separation between the inner world and the outer world, between thought and matter, is an illusion. Once the individual realizes that their mind is not separate from the universe but is an active part of the whole, mental transmutation becomes the process by which one can influence not only their mental state but the entire structure of reality. This is one of the most hidden secrets of the Kybalion, never explicitly stated. The book never directly reveals that its ultimate purpose is to bring the reader to the realization of the unity between mind and universe. But if one reads carefully between the lines, this message can be discerned. The true Hermetic master does not merely manipulate thoughts or emotions. They come to realize that they are one with the entire mental fabric of the universe, and through this awareness, they gain the power to transmute every aspect of their life and reality. The secret of free will and destiny. Another hidden message in the Kybalion concerns the delicate balance between free will and destiny. The principle of cause and effect states that everything happens according to law, that nothing occurs by chance. However, the Kybalion also refers to the possibility of rising above the chains of cause and effect, becoming causers rather than mere effects. This holds a great secret, because it suggests that, while most people are fully subjected to the laws of cause and effect, the Hermetic adept can transcend this mechanism. At first glance, the principle of cause and effect might seem to suggest that we are all prisoners of destiny, bound by an endless chain of events set into motion by prior causes. Every action has a consequence, and every consequence becomes the cause of another effect. Most people live their lives entirely within this cycle, reacting to circumstances without understanding the deeper forces at play. However, the secret teaching within the Kybalion is that one can rise above this cycle. While the majority of individuals are moved like pawns on the chessboard of life, acted upon by external causes, the Hermetic master learns to step into the role of the causer. This means that they become the initiator of causes, rather than being at the mercy of effects. The hidden teaching here is that true freedom lies in mastering this principle. The Kybalion suggests that by understanding the higher planes of causality, the adept can operate from a level of conscious creation. This involves rising to a plane of thought where they can consciously choose the causes they wish to set into motion, thereby shaping the outcomes in their life and even influencing the external world. This is not merely about controlling one's reactions to events, but about actively shaping the fabric of reality through the application of mental and spiritual principles. The message here is subtle but powerful. While the ordinary person is swept along by the forces of cause and effect, the Hermetic master learns to step outside the flow of events, choosing their actions consciously and with purpose. In doing so, they become a creator of destiny, rather than a passive recipient of it. This understanding is one of the most profound secrets of the Kybalion, and it speaks to the ultimate power of free will, Once one has risen above the lower planes of reaction and begun to operate from the higher planes of intention and creation. The Hermetic secret of mastery over duality. Another hidden aspect of the Kybalion is its teaching on mastering duality. The principle of polarity tells us that everything is dual, that opposites are the same in nature but different in degree. This principle provides a key to understanding one of the deepest mysteries of existence, that all conflict, all tension, and all division are ultimately illusions. On the surface, the world appears to be full of opposites, light and dark, good and evil, joy and sorrow. But the Hermetic teaching is that these opposites are not truly distinct entities. They are merely different degrees of the same thing, and the secret lies in the ability to transcend the apparent division between them. The hidden message here is that by understanding the unity behind all duality, the Hermetic adept can transmute one state into another. Love and hate, for example, are not opposites but two extremes of the same emotion. By shifting the polarity of their emotional state, the adept can transform hate into love. This is the essence of mental alchemy, the ability to change one's internal state by recognizing the underlying unity between what appears to be divided. This understanding also extends to the broader conflicts of life. Every situation that seems to involve conflict or division can be resolved by recognizing the underlying unity. This is the hidden teaching of the Kybalion, that the mastery of life comes through the realization that all opposites are reconciled in a higher unity. By stepping outside the illusion of division, the adept can achieve a state of inner peace and mastery over the external world. As we've journeyed through the hidden teachings of the Kybalion, it's clear that this ancient text holds profound secrets about the universe, the mind, and the mastery of reality. From the deeper understanding of mentalism and polarity to the subtle messages of gender and cause and effect, these Hermetic principles offer powerful tools for transformation and self-mastery. If you found value in exploring these hidden messages and want to dive deeper into the world of Hermetic philosophy, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. What did you discover in the Kybalion? How do you see these principles influencing your life? Let's continue this journey of wisdom together, and feel free to share your insights with our community. Your engagement helps us grow and explore even more.